This is Rugby Roundup. Coming up, we'll look back at where it all went wrong for Moseley. Bees continue their great escape. Stourbridge are on the brink of survival, and we'll give you details about Brian Dick's live web chat. Hello and welcome to Brian Dick's Rugby Roundup. I'm joined by the voice of Midlands Rugby, Brian Dick. Hi Brian.
Hi Chrissy.
So you were at Bilsley Common on Saturday. What happened?
Well, it started off brilliantly actually. They established a 29-10 lead and probably played as well as they have done for some time. It was all going swimmingly. They scored a brilliant first try. It was Andy Ray's first try for a while. Came from a good break. Adam Kay's a thundering handoff and Andy Ray under the posts. And it was happy days at that stage, and they went on to score 4 tries in the opening half an hour. But then it did all come crumbling down, and we'll hear from Ryan Wilson in a minute what happened. And to my mind, he's absolutely spot on. The forwards stopped functioning, and they went within themselves. And Rotherham are a dangerous team. If you let them get their tails up, they stay up until they've won the game, which is exactly what happened.
Well, as you say, Ryan Wilson spoke to you after the game. Here's what he had to say.
Good first half, come out second half. I thought we did alright in the first 5-10 minutes, and then I don't know what it was, but the set piece started to fall apart. I think we just sat back and thought, right, let's try and defend the lead, which is the last thing you want to do as a team. And, the best thing to do is go out there and carry on playing how you were. So after 10 minutes in the second half, I think that's what happened. The mentality was, right, let's try and defend this lead, and Rotherham just came back, didn't they? And we had that missed kick at the end, which is a bit of a shame. Despite
what Ryan said there, they still had a last gasp chance to save it. What happened?
Well, they did. They had this penalty in front of the posts. It was a brilliant run by Justin Mensah-Coker to get this position, and honestly, it was on the 22. It was just to the left of the posts, and the guy taking it, Tristan Roberts, is an 85% goal kicker. He is virtually faultless when it comes to kicking goals. And what happened? It was just pressure. I mean, this was a kick he should have boomed over in his sleeve. It's going to be really interesting now for him because he's going to play again against Coventry this weekend. That game's probably going to be decided by one score. And if he's the guy that has to kick the points to win the game, what's going to be going through his mind? Hopefully he'll have the mental strength. But it's certainly not a position I would personally want to be in.
Must have felt quite low after that.
Well, I didn't speak to him. He came off, his face was like thunder. I think if he could have tunnelled his way from the pitch to the changing rooms, he probably would have given that a good go.
Bees have just beaten Coventry in a dream start for them.
Yeah, they have. I think this one was marginally less surprising than their victory against Moseley in the first game. But there they are. What is surprising is they're 2 out of 2. They go 11 months without a win. They've won their last 2, and they've got a real chance now. I'm not saying they're definitely going to stay in the league because there's still a lot of work to be done. They go to Rotherham this weekend, and that is going to be a tough old place to go. But they have given themselves a real shot of staying in the league now.
Our morale must be high then.
It is. Belief is an intoxicating thing, and Bees have got it in abundance at the moment. We'll hear from their scrum half, Sam Brown, in a minute, and like everyone at Sharman's Crossroad, he thinks anything is possible.
Hear what Sam Brown had to say.
We were quite confident. We knew we were building towards this, and I think the league games and the playoff games are a bit different because in the league games we had nothing to play for. Well, we were going to finish bottom. We were on minus points. Now we've actually got something to play for. We can see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully we can get through. Quite a relieving feeling for the playoffs to start, to be honest with you, because it meant we knew where we could be, where we were going. We actually had a target, which when you've got a target, it makes everything a lot easier.
That was Sam Brown. Brian, what's the table looking like now, and who's odds on to go down, do you think?
Well, Coventry are bottom, Moseley are 2 points better off, and Bees are 3 points better off than them. You'd have to say Rotherham are in the clear now. They've got a couple of home games. One win will probably do it. 2 wins definitely will do it. This weekend for me is the pivotal weekend. The loser of the Coventry-Moseley match is going to be very hard pressed. If Bees lose, they'll probably be somewhere level on points with the winner of the Coventry-Moseley match. So there's still a bit of a negotiation to be done there, shall we say? But for the loser, it is an uphill battle.
If Bees win against Rotherham, surely that puts them in a strong position.
Yeah, then it does. It takes them up to 10 points. they're probably still going to need another win, to be honest.
Thanks, Brian. Well, one team that can virtually guarantee their survival in National 1 are Stourbridge. How did they get on, Brian?
Well, they beat London Scottish last Saturday, and it was a fantastic performance, somewhat surprising. I think that's fair to say. What they've got now is they've got to go to Otley. Otley are third bottom. If Stourbridge can win at Otley, they could go 17 or 18 points clear. With only 4 games to go, that's and 20 points to play for. As you say, they would be virtually guaranteed. It's not a done deal though. Otley will have their tails up. It's an absolute must-win game for them. But Neil Mitchell, the director of rugby, who we'll hear from in a minute, also feels it's a must-win game for his side.
Let's hear what Neil Mitchell had to say.
Bearing in mind the difficulties we've had in the earlier part of the year with deficiencies, with lack of players in key positions. We knew it would come eventually when we were able to adapt, and we have been able to adapt, and that was the result. But undoubtedly, are waiting for this fixture. They know that if they beat us, they cut down the points. They've got 3 home games and an away game against Nuneaton, who are suffering injuries by the week. And as a consequence, this is a must-win for us. So we do win. I think we've obviously destroyed Otley's chances. If we don't win and they turn us over, and they can do, there's no doubt about that after Redruth and London Scottish, then we are back in trouble. So as far as I'm concerned, this is an absolute must-win.
You can have your say on the rugby relegation battle by logging on to our live blog with Brian on Tuesday 6th of April at midday. Go to the addresses on the bottom of the screen. Thanks for watching.